Okay, let's see. Can I get this IG going? Oh, it is. Okay, great. Look at God. Look at God. Look at God. Hey, baby. So we're gonna talk about acne today, y'all. Let me put this up. I don't know about y'all, but this summer he don't know what the heck he want to do. Like, is I know I'm not the only one. And I'm gonna apologize to anyone who hear echo because I was not able to get our TikTok going on the same live stream. I am working on that on StreamYard and TikTok. So I am doing this on two separate devices. Y'all, I have been getting so many questions about summer acne, especially from my babies who are dealing with skin in their 40s, skin in their 50s, and they may have gone their whole um that's it. They may have been going like their whole childhood, no acne, and now they're acne down. You know what I mean? So I will say, just to get this out the way, as of right now, y'all, I am not seeing comments. So if you comment and I do not respond, I will respond after the broadcast. Also, our replays will be up. Now, this, unfortunately for TikTok, so if you're on TikTok and you want to see the slides that I'm about to pull up, because this is about education, y'all, let me tell you, I am in my 40s. This skin is no filter, and I have eczema and grade 2 acne. Again, my tribe know me in my 40s with eczema and grade 2 acne, and I pride myself on teaching my tribe on how to duplicate. So if you want to see the slides, I'm going to need you. I'm sorry I could not get TikTok linked into my StreamYard to jump onto either my Facebook or my IG. Um, all replays will be up on our YouTube. Like, share, and then let's get into the info. I'm going to try to keep this at 20 minutes too, y'all. I'm going to try. Let the Lord be on my side. Are y'all ready? Let me share my camera. And then for my babies on TikTok, pull out a pen and paper because y'all don't know me, but when I talk skincare, I get real excited and I get real thorough. And I'm gonna try again to keep it at 20 minutes, including questions. So let me make sure this is sharing. It is. Let me go back. Start. Y'all, I am okay, so I am 40. So I grew up in the PowerPoint era. Can I tell y'all? Can I tell y'all? Can I tell y'all what Canva did as far as elevating PowerPoint? What they did with your slides? Y'all don't know. Y'all, there's a whole generation that will never understand how basic PowerPoint was. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, let's get into skincare 101, acne specifically. I want to address a couple things. There are four grades of acne that we look at and we treat while we are in the treatment room. Now, for those of y'all who don't know me, because I realize like I have a whole community online that may have never met me in person. I do not have the sense God gave me, but I love you anyway. So you just gonna have to accept me for who I am. My name is Portia BaileyBrown. That is where the aesthetics by P Brown come from, y'all. I am Portia BaileyBrown. I am the owner of Aesthetics by P Brown. I was the third ethnic skincare specialist to hit the market over a decade ago. Um, I don't want you to be able to guess my exact 40, so I'm just going to say over a decade ago. Um, and in Tennessee specifically, I was one of the first. So I have clients, thank you Jesus for the anointing, and YouTube in 5 countries, 48 states. And y'all, skincare is what I do, it's what I do, it's what I do. It's what I don't play with. And more importantly, it's about understanding ethnic skincare and the difference in our skin. So even in these slides, y'all are going to hear me say things like phenomelanin or emmeline, or like we are going to get into how acne affects the melanin in your skin. Okay. Okay. So starting with acne 101. There are 4 types of acne. You have, or we call them grades. So we're gonna say grade 1 through 4. Again, if you are finding this information, please comment. If you have specific questions, now TikTok, I can see your comments because you're on my mobile. Again, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. If I don't respond, I can't see them. I will respond in the comments after. Grade 1 acne are gonna be your minor breakouts. Those are mostly what we call comedones, open or closed. That's your blackheads, that's your whiteheads. That's just your basic acne. I know it's not basic to y'all. I know you are like, "This shit is getting on my nerves," but to the person treating your skin, y'all are drinking mushrooms. It got me hyped. But to the person treating your skin, it's a fairly easy thing to deal with, right? We might see a few papilla, things like that, but for the most part, it's about extraction, oil production regulation, water regulation, and we're good. That is grade 1 acne. You're like, "Oh my god." Now, unfortunately, TikTok, they have slides, so as we get into it, they'll have visuals. If you catch the replay on YouTube, you'll be able to see those visuals. Grade 2 acne is not really minor. That's when you want to start going, okay, something is going on, whether it be external or internal, but I need to pay attention. It could be hormonal, it could be bacterial, it could be fungal. A lot of times in the summer, it is fungal, whether it be because of pools, gyms, or whatever. 9 out of 10 in the summer, I am dealing with bacterial and fungal acne in the treatment room. That's just what it is. So though they're not only going to have open and closed comedones, more closed comedones than open, but you're going to have more papules and pustules. I know that some of y'all are like, "Chris, I don't know what a papula or a pustule is," but I promise if you hop over to IG or if you check out our replay on YouTube, you will get it. Okay? Then you're going to go into grade acne. That acne is not only similar to grade acne. I'm sorry about this, y'all. When I tell you this mushroom coffee got me hyped. It is also usually very red and inflamed and tender to the touch. And then finally, we got grade 4 acne, which is cystic acne, and those are very much the red, swollen pustules. You touch it, it hurts, it moves, things like that. Now, I'm gonna have pictures, and I'm gonna go more in depth. I do wanna take this moment to mention a couple things. Mm, y'all rise is sexy. Heat affects your acne, y'all. Heat indexes, which means if it's 90 degrees outside, especially if it's 90 degrees outside and you don't have sunscreen on, that is gonna inflame your acne, okay? That is not gonna help it, it's gonna make it worse. And there are things you can do to combat that, but you gotta understand, like, heat, sweat, salt buildup, all of those things will affect how your acne, um, manifests itself, but also how it feels up, okay? Let's go to the next slide. Grade 1 acne. Now, you will notice that there are pictures in the slides talking about grade 1 acne, but more importantly, you would know that what we're gonna also address is typically how you can take care of it, versus what a dermatologist or med will do, and then I'm gonna tell you what I would do as an esthetician, okay? So grade 1 going back are minor breakouts, mostly just open and closed comedones, maybe a few papules. Typically, if you go to a dermatologist, they're gonna tell you this is mild. They're gonna give you a topical medication, maybe some antibiotics if it seems bacterial, and push pin here. Let's talk about these antibiotic treatments. Nobody should be on an antibiotic long term. Nobody. Now, before I was an esthetician, I was a nurse. And due to the fact that I do not want to raise my malpractice insurance to make my day spa a medical spa, I'm just going to give you my expertise or my opinions based off my nursing expertise and let you do with it what you will, because I still do not trump a doctor. But what I will tell you is when you take any medication for a prolonged period of time, your body becomes dependent on it. I didn't mean to yell. I kind of got a little frustrated. So acne should, I mean, antibiotics should not be a 5-year, 10-year, 20-year plan. If you are on antibiotics for longer than 90 days, something else is going on. You haven't fixed the root of the problem. You are reintroducing that bacteria. So this is what I'm going to say. Usually, if you go to your dermatologist and it's acne based off bacteria, they're going to either give you a loading dose or a gradual scale, or sliding scale rather. That is perfectly fine. But you also have to figure out what is inducing that bacteria into your system, right? Are you touching shit at work and you work at a warehouse and it's touching your face? I will tell y'all, I had one client and she had really bad bacterial breakouts, and we don't take environment into account enough. So we'll go get treatment and then go reintroduce what is causing the problem to begin with into our skin. And in her case, it was bugging me. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you, TikTok, I'm new to y'all, I'm not true to y'all. You mostly get me showing out with relationship advice and uncomfortable truth. But this is my passion. It bugs me at this stage in the game if I cannot figure out what is going on with your acne. It just gets on my damn nerves. And so I literally was like, Queen, I need to come to your house because we've gone down the checklist and there are certain things that are immutable facts. Now, biology is biology, anatomy is not anatomy. If A and B are happening, generally, C has to occur. You know what I'm saying? It has to occur. Now, there are times when that doesn't happen, and for that, you have John Hopkins. But in this case, we're talking about skincare. And so, in my client, I was like, okay, you're cleansing your face with an antibacterial cleanser. Me and both the doctor have tried antibiotic cycles. We've done your facials, we've done this. We have to figure out what is keeping this grade 1 acne. And again, I'm sorry if you touch the replay, you'll be able to get the slideshow that Facebook and Instagram are seeing. What is it? Y'all, I went to my client's home, and what I noticed is driving to her house, there was construction up the street, and they were tearing up the road, and there was this big plume of smoke and chemical debris that I could not just see, but feel and smell in her backyard. So when she's outside and she's getting in and out of her car, when she's kicking it in the backyard with the kids, it turns out that what was causing this breakout is this big plume of chemicals and bacteria and environmental stuff that was due to the fact that 2 blocks up the road, they were doing construction and it travels. I don't think people understand that. Like it travels. Nashville is a growing city. That is where my day spa is located. And you walk through environmental hazards all the time, all the time. And so those things affect your skin. I personally will soak baby wipes or cleansing pads in my cleanser. I personally keep those in a Ziploc bag so I can pull it out and wipe my face. Because again, um, I have I'm sorry, baby. I'm not inviting anyone in right now because we're testing the system to figure out how to get it to do it. But if you put your TikTok, if you put the comments, I should be able to see it. I will reply to all comments on replay too, in the comments and on YouTube. Um, but I keep those because for my new babies on here, I have eczema and grade 2 acne. And I say I have because while you can manage your eczema, like you can't get rid of eczema. If someone tells you they can cure your eczema, they're lying. And if you think I'm lying, fact check that with a dermatologist. Eczema, melasma, which is a form of hyperpigmentation. If any esthetician or professional tell you that they can cure you, run, run. We can help you manage it. We can minimize it, but you cannot cure it. So you're gonna have eczema flare-ups. It's just gonna fucking happen. But so this is about. I'm sorry, y'all. I see we got people coming in. what we're discussing today is how to deal with acne in the summer heat, how to deal with it from a standpoint of skincare, especially in your 40s. And if you're like me, you may also be premenopausal. I'm not telling my business, so I'm just saying if I'm talking for a friend. Um, and how to deal with it. So, okay, I said I was going to keep it 20 minutes. Grade one. Typically, your doctor is going to give you a topical. The topical will include some kind of activation. For me, that's going to be mandelic acid, kojic acid. Theirs might have a salicylic acid or a lactic acid or azulic acid. Clindamycin is a good antibiotic that you see on a regular basis. I will tell you for grade one acne, those minor breakouts with open and closed coming up. Don't forget to share, y'all. They can catch it on replay. I prefer mandelic acid, but I'm going to tell y'all why. You cannot burn yourself with mandelic acid. Like the molecules are so large, it is physically impossible to burn yourself. So it is one of the most effective for ethnic skin because I don't know if y'all are aware, but your melanocytes overlay your keratocytes. We're not going to get into all that because that's going to be a whole nother live on a whole nother day. Because then I won't be able to keep it to 20 minutes. But its job is to protect you from the sun rays, right? And you don't want one of the reasons why a lot of skincare professionals will tell you glycolic acid is not good for ethnic skin is because the molecules are the smallest. So they come through your skin like a fucking wrecking ball. Like they're like, I'm coming through whether you like it or not. Whereas mandelic acid is so large, it's gonna sit on your skin, it's gonna absorb at a slower rate, it's gonna just like really slowly penetrate the skin, which gives you more time to treat the skin topically because it's not coming through as a wrecking ball. Okay. That was more than I wanted to give you on this slide. But the key takeaway is if you get a home care routine, because in skincare, the number one thing you want to do is balance your oil to water ratio while maintaining your pH levels. Okay. If any one of those things are off, you have a skin condition, depending on what the ratio of offness is. So if you find you, whether it's over the counter or through an esthetician, a really good kojic cleanser, a really good mandelic cleanser, if you get extractions and a deep cleanse at least once a month, you will fairly regularly see grade one acne just go away. And it's about maintaining it because that's more about your pores just being clogged and environmental components on your face, right? Going to grade two. Grade two acne. And now, y'all, I know I got some of my students from my aesthetic school on here. I love y'all babies. And I know for y'all, you are like, this is a refresher because she did not play. Um, again, grade two acne is when you start to see, and if you're on our Instagram or YouTube, you will see the slides with the pictures. But this is the more you have very, very like a whole lot more papules, you have pustules, you have that open splitting. It can be a little more inflamed depending on your skin type. Your treatment should then focus mainly on flushing out the follicle and reducing the inflammation. Also, you will see this a lot with my babies who have PCP. Um, I'm sorry, POS. Did I say that right? That's gonna bug me. POS? Yes, POS. You're gonna see this a lot with teenagers who play sports. You're gonna see this a lot with people who maybe run track or do things outdoors. I see it sometimes with people who are gardening. Um, I'm sorry, I was trying to respond to that. You wanna be careful that you're treating the bacteria, not long term. It shouldn't be a long term medicine thing, but you're also making sure that every night when you're cleansing your skin, you are pulling what is in those pores out. Now I'm gonna tell y'all a neat trick, 20 cents. For grade two acne, Get a lemon or a lime, cut it in half. Limes will balance pH levels. Lemons will give you a deeper exfoliator, similar to a superficial peel. Whip that half in granulated sugar and then go across your face like a scrub. Um, I know I did it probably about 2 years ago on our Instagram. I will try to remember to do it live because that's how I exfoliate my face. You're just gonna hold your face and use that with the granulated sugar to exfoliate. Now here's the thing. In that case, you are using natural acids, right? So you're gonna balance your pH levels, you're gonna get a deeper exfoliation, and the acid is gonna seep into your follicles, and it's gonna liquefy and pull out dirt, and then you're gonna do your cleanse. So you're gonna do it first. That's the Dr. Lancer method. I strongly suggest that if you're in your 40s or your 50s, you start following the Dr. Lancer method of cleansing your skin. That's me personally. As a woman who is in her 40s with kids that are grown, I'm just saying that method is lost. And so you're going to exfoliate first with that method, and then you're going to go in and do a deep cleanse. Because what you're not going to want to do is with the two-step cleanse, which I see a lot, and this particular two-step cleanse and grade 2 acne is usually your first cleanse is the oil, right? Well, the problem with that when you have acne issues is usually your follicles are already impacted. You're gonna put oil on top of oil. And I know that people will tell you that in some cases, oil will act as a magnet and pull it out. Let me tell you, most often than not, it just further clogs your pores and make that second cleanse, which is usually either a water or a more harsh corrective cleanse, work harder. Okay? Because now it gotta fight through the oil you put on your skin to cleanse, and it has to fight through the oil that's impacted in your follicles, and it has to bring up any dirt or debris. So if you're following the Dr. Lancer method, then you're gonna exfoliate first. A lemon and lime is really good. If you really wanna get adventurous and you're trying to lighten, brighten, and get rid of that dull look, just half an orange or a grapefruit. Um, Let those because as you're exfoliating, you're pushing those raw nutrients into your skin. It's gonna do what it do, baby, I promise you. Just like medicine absorbs topically, so can nutrients. And on that note, push pin. That's also how I prefer to do my collagen. I know people will tell you to drink your collagen for my 40-year-olds, for my 50-year-olds, for my 65 and overs. Yes, you can drink collagen, but the sexiest way to put that collagen powder into your skin is to mix it into a paste with a protein like powdered egg or egg white and use it as a mask. It will immediately absorb into your skin and immediately go to work. If you're drinking it, it gotta deal with the acids in your gut. It has to then be distributed through your body. Your skin is the very last thing to get these nutrients. I'm not playing. I like so when you're younger, when you're in your 20s, that is cute. And I promise y'all, I will eventually do a live talking about the stages and ages of skin because the stage and age of skin is not attached to your numer I can't get it out, it's hard to find me. Your age, right? I am in my 40s. My skin and my skin conditions would be more on par with if I was in my mid-20s. And I'm just talking about how it reacts. And I tell everyone, I hope both of y'all can see this. I'm sorry. If you take your skin and you drag it and it don't immediately snap back, then you're dealing with aging skin, and that will determine some things. But if you have enough elasticity that you can just glide across your skin and it snaps back, then you're in that teenage stage, right? You're in the teenage to mid 20 stage. That comes with the slide as well. I promise TikTok, I'm gonna get it together with StreamYard so y'all can see these slides. So what I'm gonna say is if you have grade 2 acne, I would exfoliate with something that has a low grade acid in it. I would maybe do a honey mask or something, which is just honey and water, or you want something that's gonna pull the inflammation out of the acne. I have a client who her inflamed acne is due to fungus. Literally, y'all, for 2 weeks, I had her use Monistat as a mask at night. It pulled the inflammation out, it treated the fungus, and she did it as a mask that she washed off after her cleanse, and she's fine. So you kinda wanna make sure you're doing that. Y'all, please don't forget to like and share, and again, we have more people on here. I'm gonna reset the room and explain who I am. My name is Porsche BaileyBrown. I'm the owner of Aesthetics by P. Brown. I'm an ethnic skincare specialist in Nashville, Tennessee. I have been in business for 11 years now. I've been a skincare specialist for 12. I was a nurse before I was all those things. And what I am hoping to do is every Monday for lunchtime chats, get on here and talk about skincare. I wish I could do it more often, y'all live live, but I really, really can't. I'm trying to fit it into my schedule, but I just, as of right now, Mondays around 11:30, 12 is all I can do. I have clients in 5 countries, 49 states. We do Memphis, Atlanta, and Ohio right now as far as the satellite offices that I personally visit. And we have an ethnic skincare specializing state board approved, which means you get your actual freaking license through the state of Tennessee. You can go both online or hybrid in person aesthetic school. Now let me get back because I'm only on 2 and I got to get 2 more down. Going into grade 3 acne, I know for some of y'all this is looking really familiar on this picture, right? It's red and inflamed. You have a whole lot of comedones. You have papules, you have pustules. Um, you need very hard extractions, maybe a light to mid-depth chemical peel. You need to be on anti-inflammatory products. I will be honest, for me at this stage, it's about working with their PCP, working with their doctor to make sure that their home care is not too aggressive, it should repair, that their in treatments are helping boost, and that what they take orally or from the doctor is going to help take care of whatever's going on internally, right? Usually, y'all, when you see this, it is hormonal. More often than not, it is either hormonal, bacterial, or both. Okay? PCOS. That's what I was trying to say with grade 2. I see a lot of grade 2 acne with my clients with PCOS. Oh, y'all, get my life together. Get my life together. Okay. Last but not least, we're dealing with grade 4 acne. And I'm hoping I kept it close to the 20 minutes, but I think we're running a little over. Grade 4 acne is when you're dealing mostly with cystic acne, cystic comedones, papules, pustules, inflamed, scarring formation of tissues such as that pinprick scarring that looks almost like it's like someone took a ice pick and just went to town. This damage is usually seen when it's prolonged acne, years and years without treatment, and now your skin is just it's responding. It's like, well, shit, I'm traumatized. You know what I mean? I'm gonna scar up. I'm gonna hyperpigment. I'm gonna be red. I'm traumatized. It's visual. You know what I'm saying? So acne removal at this point is usually done with the dermatologist and with the culture. Here's why I say that. If it's cystic, and you are an esthetician, refer them to a dermatologist until you can get a letter from the dermatologist. Because if you go and do an extraction and there's active bacteria or fungus in that cystic acne, in that big pustule, in that, you know what I mean, the knot for layman's terms, and you go through and you extract it, you're going to spread it. It's going to get worse, right? If you don't understand, they need to be able to pop it, draw a culture, which you cannot do, and see what is going on, right? Here's another thing that I think my estheticians do not take into account. And this is not saying anything to anyone. When you know better, you do better. Okay? Heat changes the vibration of what is going on underneath that skin. Electricity will change the vibration of what's going on underneath the skin. It can spread it. Yes, high frequency is antibacterial, but if they have pockets of liquid that's dealing with pus or bacteria or fungus, and you put the heat of a high frequency on it, it's gonna change the way that molecule vibrates and help it to more easily penetrate into cellular tissue and spread out. I know, and if you say you have not seen this or done this, you're lying. I put that on God. There are estheticians out there who got out of school, put high frequency on an acne client. They had a big red welt rash, whatever. If you have more melanated or emulin in your skin, it might have been like a blackish purple look. And they're like, I don't know what happened. This was supposed to be antibiotic. It's because the heat from the electricity and the vibrations of the high frequency and what it does as far as changing the sizes of the molecule and the rate of penetration, y'all, science is science. It can cause it to spread. If it doesn't, you are blessed. Okay. But it's real. So if someone comes into your treatment room, if you are someone who is dealing with cystic acne, your very first step one is go to a dermatologist. Have your acne cultured to figure out what the hell is actually going on. Period. Period. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, it don't matter. That's step one. Okay. It doesn't matter. And then let them know I see an esthetician. This is the treatment she plans to do. Even if you have to pay, get a consultation so that they send you their treatment plan in writing. Take that treatment plan to a doctor because estheticians, rightfully so, are cheaper than doctors, unless you know, I'm not gonna go there. Um, this is a new era, y'all. I'm 40. I'm not used to that. Do I pay a deposit and then show up 20 minutes late type shit? I don't know. But get that esthetician's treatment plan, take it to the doctor, let the doctor see it. Don't forget to like and share, y'all. And then ask, like, can we do this? Sometimes the doctor's gonna be like, I don't know. I ain't never heard of this treatment. The skincare industry changes every day. But what I want y'all all to understand is hydrofacials are not quick fixes. Microdermabrasion is to correct a texture issue, not acne, not hyperpigmentation, unless your hyperpigmentation is due to a buildup of dead skin. Chemical peels are controlled burns, which means if there's an active something underneath the skin and you agitate it with heat and acids, it could get worse and it could create scarring. We need to work hand in hand with the doctor and we need to follow their expertise. 'Cause let's be real. Estheticians didn't go to medical school. We do not know more than the medical community. We may be more well informed on certain aspects. But when that "oh shit" moment happens, it is not the esthetician who has to fix it. Usually, it is the dermatologist. I'm just saying. Another procedure is called drain, like they do an incision and drain the cyst. Again, we talked about culture, and they run to see what type of infection. Okay, I think that we're done. Okay, let me stop sharing. Let me go back. Okay, y'all. So I hope this was really, really helpful. Um, I hope that if you're catching it on replay now, I will be honest, the only place I'm gonna leave the replay of the live up is on YouTube. So after this evening, it will come down on TikTok, it will come down on Instagram, and it will come down on Facebook. It will remain up on YouTube. So you would then have to go to YouTube to see it. Again, my name is Portia Brown. I'm the owner of Aesthetics by P. Brown. I do online consultations, virtual consultations, and you can book for one of our satellite offices. We are getting my schedule for those together now. I hope this was helpful. If you do not currently subscribe to our newsletter, I send out information like this every single day, except for Sunday, that's the Lord's Day, via email to help y'all know, learn, and grow. So if you haven't checked out our blogs, please go to our website. It's aestheticsbypbrown at yahoo.com. Not at yahoo.com, Lord Jesus, the offense. Aestheticsbypbrown.com. Please DM me if you have any questions. And I will be on for the next 20 minutes, if I can squeeze that out, maybe 10, answering any questions that I see in the comments. All right. Bye, tribe.